What's the sneaker that brought you the most profit?
A Dunk Low Freddy Krueger,
Yeah.
and I made like 8K from it. 202 pairs of these shoes, and it goes around 12K.
Λοιπόν, Μάκης, εδώ πέρα είμαστε με έναν φίλο μου Ιταλό reseller που έχει κάποια τρελά ζευγάρια. Δεν μπόρεσε να μου τα φέρει όλα. Παρ' όλα αυτά μου φέρε αρκετά hit. So, tell me what you have brought us today. Show us a bit of the collection, you know. We're gonna start with the hitter, right?
Yeah, sure. Dunk Low London.
Perfect.
202 pairs of these shoes.
Yeah.
So this is one of 202. This is OGO, so it's coming with
Box,
two extra laces,
egg, yeah.
and box right here.
Everything, the papers, yeah.
This is for it was released in 2012, if I remember well. And this
Tell us about the price, the price range.
Goes around, like, this is an US.
Yeah.
This is used, and it goes around 12K, 11K.
So we have 12K in our hands.
Yeah.
If you are a person that knows about streetwear, knows about a couple of stuff, you can appreciate definitely this pair because I mean it's a piece of history right now.
Yeah, because this is a pair of the City Pack.
Yeah.
We have 4 pairs in the City Pack. We have London, that is this one, Tokyo, Paris, and New York.
Yeah. But the other ones, I think it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah. This one is the cheaper one, the cheapest.
It's not, but it's not cheap, you know. They have a story behind the pair, or it's just
this
that?
is inspired about the city of London.
Okay.
In fact, it's all grey because it's inspired of the cloud of London. You know, London we have a rainy climate.
Yeah, of course. And the blue line.
This one is the river of London, which is the Tamigi.
Okay.
So it's inspired at the city of London.
I wouldn't rock them, but it's a gorgeous pair to have in your collection, and it's a must cop if you are a sneaker collector. Yeah.
Especially if you collect Dunk SB.
Exactly. And I think that the most passionate people in the streetwear industry are the people that collect Dunks and stuff like that, you know.
Right,
this is the second pair.
Yeah. This one is Timberland. Collaboration with Louis Vuitton.
We can see the LV box.
Yeah. This is the classic one, and it's coming with dust bag per pair. So we have dust bag for the left pair and dust bag for the right pair. But I mean, the box is not really decorated.
Yeah.
It's like a classic LV box.
But you can
the
see
shoe itself,
I can see that the quality is way better than the original, the classic one, Timberland. You know, I mean.
Also here the leather.
And this pair
is a 45 and a half. So
and it goes around how much?
It goes around 3,000 and a half.
I mean, for an LV pair, it's crazy money, you know.
I know.
But
also because it is a classic Timberland with monogram.
Yeah, but I can see the hype behind it because LV monogram everywhere.
Yeah.
Very good quality leather, you know. You can go wrong.
This one is new, never used.
So you sell this for 3.5K.
Yeah.
And I have a really good question. This type of products, for example, the SB's London, the Timberlands, what are the type of people that you have the connections to sell them?
Sell them?
Yeah.
Maybe they are collectors.
I mean, they are collectors, they are people that have normal jobs, they are rich people.
No, usually they are people who collect them, or for example, maybe people of television, because I sold, for example, a pair of Air Force One Louis Vuitton in size 11.5. Like
that goes around 10K.
Yeah, that goes around 10K to a person who went to an Italian TV program, and he is like a bit famous, he is well known.
And he has money, of course.
Yeah, he has money. So people buy them to show that they have them, they care about them, and things like that.
So mostly they buy people that have money, not regular jobs and stuff like that, you know?
No.
I mean,
maybe there is someone who, you know, keeps money and then spend them to buy grails, but it's really rare. Like most of them are just people who have money and want to spend them.
It makes sense also because you have to have the capital to buy that type of stuff because they are not something simple. They are very rare. And so
this one is the classic one.
Okay, and we have another one, right?
Another one, right.
So
in the other box we have the black one.
There is the other LV box.
Yeah.
And tell us about this one.
So the box is also classic one. Retail of this one and this one was for around 2,000.
Okay, so
2,000 and a half.
Okay, so now you sell them 1K more
than the retail price.
Okay.
So this one also has the dust bag for right shoe and left shoe.
Okay.
And this one is the black one. This is
I think the black one hits a bit better, for me at least, I don't know. But
a 45. Also,
I mean, we have seen plenty of people rocking this, like Carti, Travis, and the crazy part is that the LV monogram here, I think, at least for me, goes way better in the black colorway, you know?
It's true. I like more this one, the black one, but maybe people will like mostly the classic.
Yeah, because
it is the classic one.
Yeah.
Because you can see monogram better. While here the monogram is a good combination, but you can't see as good as on the classic one.
Yeah, I can agree. That's it, and we have another hoodie it's a spider one, but it's a bit more special, right?
Yeah, because this one is a collaboration with Travis Scott with his Bordeaux merch.
And this came out only to US.
US, yeah.
US and
so it was a pre-order, and the pre-order was taking like 3 weeks, 2 weeks
to come. Yeah.
But many people complained about because like time of shipping wasn't the one written, and many of them received like after a month, 2 months.
Oh, so the waiting time was like 3 weeks, and it came way after.
Way after.
Yeah.
Like month to month.
I can open it, right? Yeah. Perfect. So here we have the rodeo, and I can see that has great details. I mean, the patch logo.
You can see the stars, metal stars.
That's what I see, good. And they are embroidered, right, inside.
Yeah, they're embroidered.
I mean, it's crazy. And we can see the spider here, rocking denim tears like crazy. I have seen, I'm in Milan for 5 days, and I have seen like 20 people rocking denim tears.
I know.
That doesn't happen to Greece, you know. It's not so
also
famous.
Many rapper here, I don't know if you know, maybe Draft Gold,
Art5.
Here they're Italian rappers, but they rock mostly like Spider, then Tears.
Okay,
and I've sold many of them maybe to their flags, and they plug them.
And I think you have told me that you have sold to many stores in Milan, right?
Many stores in Milan.
And the thing that I have seen, at least, there are not many resale shops in Milan. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
because many of them closed. Because we had Resell Milan, and it closed. Then we had Dropout, and it closed because people are not buying as much as they used to buy.
Yeah. But I mean, in the past, it was a money loop, I think, for me, at least for me. And
because there was a really huge hype between around this word, while right now it isn't like that. You see, people are no more rocking like Off-White, Yeezys. There are only few of them who are rocking this type of things.
Yeah, and I think now the people want to be more low key, you know, and have brand names, of course, like Balenciaga, but they don't want to be Balenciaga like that. They want a more minimal logo or something like that. Yeah, that it's not Balenciaga, you know.
Yeah.
So my first question is, how did you start reselling sneakers?
So I started reselling sneakers. It was like in 2020.
Okay.
And I started in June. I remember the day. It was the 6th of June. I started because I was looking for resellers in my city, and I knew this guy who right now he's Francesco.
I know him. Yeah.
I wrote him. And I told him, maybe we can do business together, like have connections, do things. And he was like, okay,
He was in, so you took the opportunity.
We started together, and I remember that like first month I bought 5 shoes, but they were all beaded. I used to buy beaded shoes to make like 10-20 euros of profit.
I mean, you have to start from somewhere, you know.
Because budget was really low. Like I had 200 euros. And a pair of Jordan 1 Fearless, which I bought for retail because my father won them for 160. And I remember that second month I sold this pair for 420.
Okay.
So this was like...
you made a good profit.
Yeah,
it was your first good profit.
Yeah, my first good profit.
And question, how from simple pairs, because Jordan 4 Fearless, it's a simple pairs compared to LV teams or the LV Air Forces that you sell constantly.
Yeah.
So how did you scale up this and you started reselling more hyped pairs and more expensive and more rare pairs?
So I think that the first rare pair I had was like a Jordan 1 UNC of white signed by Virgil.
Yeah.
I found them.
I saw it. It was crazy. And
yeah, I found them on Grailed, and the pair was of a friend of Travis Scott. In fact, this one who lives in Miami.
Yeah.
Who has a really huge collection. All pairs signed by Travis. He's a really huge friend. He showed me pics, everything, and I had a video also of Virgil signing this pair of UNC of white.
So he's the plug of the plugs mainly. Yeah.
And this was my first pair, and I remember that in the same period, it was August of like 3 years ago maybe. I also bought a pair of Air Force One Louis Vuitton in the 45. It was dead stock. So,
what's the sneaker that brought you the most profit out of everything you have sold so far?
So, if we have to consider a single sneakers, it was a Dunk Low Freddy Krueger, and I made like 8K from it.
Okay.
It was a 42 and it was in VNDS condition.
And for the people that they don't know, Freddy Krueger is one of the best SBs out there. That at least DS costs like 80K, so it's a pretty expensive one.
Yeah, it's really expensive. While if you have to consider like a deal, I think that I made the most profit from a huge bulk of Versace Chain Reaction. I don't know if you remember.
I remember. It was like 40, 50 pairs.
I had like precisely like 120 pairs, and they sold all to a single buyer, and they made like
crazy
100% of profit on them.
Yeah, I remember, and also that type of stuff, I think you are the only one that you can do it so good, because I have seen people resell expensive stuff, but not like that or that amount of pairs, because 120 pairs, it's crazy, you know. What is your most rare sneaker that you have ever had in your collection or selling it right now?
The rarest pair I had in my collection is a pair of Dunk High Flom.
Okay.
Right now it's a pair that goes around 50, 60, but also more in biggest size.
Depending on the size,
yeah, because I've seen pair like in size 44 sold for 90K, 100K.
Crazy prices,
Crazy, but mine is a 42 OGO in that stock condition, and it is worth about 60K, something like that.
So, for example, if someone wants to offer you for some pairs, I want to buy this pair, and I would like 55K. You will give it to me, or you will consider it and you will give me your answer later?
I think I'll give you them for 55K, because it's still a really good offer.
So you take offers and stuff like that?
Offers, for sure.
Okay.
But like, if someone offers me like 45, 40,
I mean, of course, it depends on the offer, because if it's too low, it's a low ball, and you can give them for free, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I do this with my father, because he's a collector.
He knows.
So he knows.
He helps you do all that type of stuff, you know. And what about watches?
Now I'm starting with Cartier. For example, I have this one.
Can take a pic, because
for sure.
I love Cartier.
Then, if you want, you can try it on. You can try.
Okay, I will try. Look, I love watches, but I'm not a huge fan in order to say I'm gonna spend like 10K, 20K, you know. But the one thing that I really love is sneakers, you know, for me at least. That's a crazy piece for sure. And question, how you legit check the watches?
The watch. I have a watchmaker in South Italy, so when I go back home, I give them to him, and he opens them in front of me.
He tells you.
Yeah, this one is good. This one has maybe you have to change
the dial, for example.
You have to do a revision.
But
things like that.
Okay, but what if he doesn't know? If, for example, it's a really good fake, for example. 100%.
Yeah, because he's selling watch for job.
He has a shop, so.
Yeah, he has a shop.
Okay.
He has a physical.
Yeah, a physical shop,
yeah.
so he sells and buys.
Yeah, and he's a really huge friend of my family.
So he won't do something strange. Yeah. Okay. I see. And so you sell also AP, ritual meal, or just this is a high budget?
High budget, yeah.
Okay.
I have a Patek.
Okay.
Patek Philippe.
Yeah, I know.
Went out, but bought it for like a really fair price.
Okay.
Because this guy needed money. It's a watch that goes around 30, 40, 50,
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, around that price range.
It is old. It is from 2008.
But still a good watch. It's an AP, yeah.
Yeah. Bought it for 10K.
Crazy price.
Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, you can instantly sell it tomorrow 20 and make 10K like that. Yeah. But
also a guy offered me for it 33.
Okay.
I rejected it.
For real?
Yeah.
So how much you plan to sell it? Or what's your best offer, at least for now?
I don't want to sell it, but like if I really
you have in your collection, or you wear it?
I have my collection.
So you don't? You wear them also?
Yeah,
okay.
I wear them. I have my collection.
Because there are some collectors that they only have them.
Wear,
yeah.
I know.
And I'm like, if you buy that type of stuff and you have so much money in an item, I mean, wear it. It's a piece of art, you know. Especially Rolex. For me, the Rolex stuff and all that, they are my best brand. I mean, I can see the hype behind Richard Mille, APs, but
they cost too much.
Yeah, but they cost crazy. I mean, how?
The cheapest Richard Mille costs like around
200,
150, 1,000, but like the cheapest one, if you are,
and it's not that even good.
You find it.
The size tag was a bit bigger, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is that? And I asked a couple people, and they told me it's real. Because they had also the same tag, and I asked some others, and
because of the collection.
Yeah, exactly.
They're making many drops, many collections, and through drops they are changing like little things. Like
the stupid thing is that in each collection they change something, you know, and you don't know what's the real and fake. But you can't see.
This is also why people can't legit check them. They are.
And I tell them before they buy that if you want, you can trust me. If you don't want to trust me, I can't do anything about it, you know. I know what to sell. I have people that they know the things that I buy, and I can't do anything about it. Καλημέρα μάγκες μου, sorry χτες δεν είχα την ψυχολογική αντοχή να σας μιλήσω παραπάνω, γιατί μετά τη συνέντευξη που πήραμε στον δικό μου έπρεπε να φύγουμε καπάκι, να πάρουμε τις τσάντες μας και να πάμε στο ξενοδοχείο, όπου ήταν αρκετά μακριά, οπότε θα τα πω τώρα περιληπτικά για να καταλάβετε, γιατί δεν σας έχω πει τόσο πολύ για το background. Ο συγκεκριμένος, σκεφτείτε, είναι 19 χρονών, είναι ένα χρόνο μικρότερός μου, είναι από τους top στην Ιταλία, μπορεί και ο νούμερο 1. Αυτός και άλλοι δύο φίλοι του φέρνουν απίστευτα ζευγάρια του τύπου, φέρνουν Freddy Krueger SB, όπου είναι ζευγάρι 80 χιλιάρικα, το White Party του Travis Scott, που αν δεν ξέρετε τι είναι το White Party, είναι ένα πάρτι στην ουσία που διοργανώνεται κάθε χρόνο από ορισμένους celebrity, και εκεί πέρα έδωσαν τα συγκεκριμένα ζευγάρια, ήταν ξέρω μόνο 30 στον πλανήτη και αυτός είχε το ένα, όπου καταλαβαίνετε για πόσα πολλά λεφτά μιλάμε. Είναι 19 και βγάζει, πιστέψτε με, απίστευτα λεφτά από το resell, και μιλάμε για εξωπραγματικά νούμερα, και δεν ασχολείται μόνο με resell, ασχολείται και με άλλα marketing, όπως για παράδειγμα ρολόγια, πίνακες κτλ. Γενικότερα οτιδήποτε είναι σπάνιο, αυτός ασχολείται. Έχει τρελά κονέ, δηλαδή δεν ξέρω άλλα άτομα με τέτοια κονέ, πέρα από άλλα δύο του τύπου. Ξέρει για παράδειγμα γνωστούς του Travis, όπου τον μπλαγκάρουνε και του φέρνουν ακραία ζευγάρια. Ξέρει γνωστούς σε μαγαζιά του Μιλάνο, ξέρει άπειρα άτομα, και κυρίως από την Αμερική. Γιατί τέτοια ζευγάρια μόνο από Αμερική τα φέρνεις. Πουθενά άλλο δεν υπάρχει τέτοιο ακραίο market. Και πέρα από αυτά, πιστεύω ότι το συγκεκριμένο άτομο, τουλάχιστον για τα ελληνικά δεδομένα, είναι κάτι ακραίο. Μόνο ο Λουίς πιστεύω ότι ίσως να έχει περάσει το συγκεκριμένο άτομο. Δεν ξέρω κάποιον άλλο στην Ελλάδα που μπορεί να το κάνει αυτό έτσι όπως το κάνει αυτός. Πέρα από αυτά, πιστεύω ότι ήταν ένα αρκετά ωραίο vlog. Είχε πάρα πολλές δυσκολίες. Για μένα ήταν το πιο δύσκολο ταξίδι που έχω κάνει. Όχι όσον αφορά το ταξίδι σαν ταξίδι, αλλά το τι αντιμετωπίσαμε, γιατί έχασα μπλούζες, δέσπαλα έγινε άλλη μια μαλακία και μάγκωσε το μπουφάν μου μέσα στη βαλίτσα μου και έγινε σκατά και δεν μπορώ να το βγάλω, οπότε αναγκάζομαι και είμαι χωρίς μπουφάν και γενικά και άλλες ψιλοβλακίες. Καταλαβαίνετε ότι όλα αυτά κουράζουν, αλλά σίγουρα είναι ένα ακραίο ταξίδι και όταν δείτε αυτό το vlog πιστεύω ότι σας αρέσει 100%. Αυτά για τώρα, σε λίγη ώρα θα πετάξουμε, οπότε τα λέμε στο επόμενο vlog. Peace!